Hey everybody, so today I have a review and a demo on a new foundation. I am so excited to share with you guys. I have the opportunity to try it out, and I've been trying it out probably for the past week and a half, and I definitely have formed some opinions, and it's really funny. I'm really glad I did not do a first impressions of this because my feelings about this foundation have completely changed. So I wanted to hop on here, share with you guys what I think about the foundation, and let's get started. So we are talking about the new BareMinerals BarePro foundation. It's the Performance Wear Liquid Foundation, and I feel like this is a very different foundation for BareMinerals. I feel like they kind of stay just completely opposite of what this is, and having this I think is just really expanded their brand, and I'm really excited to share with you guys why. So this BarePro, it kind of goes off of their BarePro powder foundation. I do not own the powder foundation, although I think I've tried it once, a long time ago before they reformulated, because I believe they reformulated that powder foundation. So this has a full coverage. So it claims to be really full coverage, and it claims to be really, really long lasting. It gives kind of a semi-matte finish, and it's supposed to just I think it even claims lasting 24 hours on your skin. And it's supposed to feel really lightweight and not heavy or cakey. So I have the colors Light Natural 09, and I also have Natural 11. Natural 11 right now actually matches me really, really nicely. This is definitely a great summer shade for me. Once it goes towards fall winter, when I start to lose a lot of color, this is going to be my perfect match. I know I looked at all my other foundations and compared, and this is going to be my perfect match. So Light Natural 09, my winter shade, Natural 11, my summer shade. So just talking about packaging real quick, I just wanted to share with you guys, it is a glass bottle, which is really, really nice. And then it does have a pump, which is amazing. I actually, when I got it, I unscrewed it and I was like, oh, it's a dropper. And then I realized that it's a pump. So that was my mistake. So I really do like the packaging. I think the packaging is just amazing. They also have these new primers. They have the Good Hydrations. This is the Silky Face Primer for hydration. And then they also have a Combo Control Milky Face Primer. I've actually tried both of these primers with this foundation, and I'll share with you guys kind of what I feel about this. And then I've also been using the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Primer. I've been using that nonstop lately. But today we are actually going to use the Combo Control. I actually prefer this one, which is kind of crazy because usually I'm like, oh my gosh, hydration. Yes, I need so much hydration on my skin. I'm really dry, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like with this formula, the Combo Control, the Milky Face Primer, is really nice. It actually really does compare to my Kevyn Aucoin, which I'll grab here. So the Kevyn Aucoin one here, I swear they are very, very similar in the way they feel and the way they go on, and kind of it's kind of that really thin, almost lotiony, moisturizing feeling primer that goes on and kind of just fills in everything, but has that kind of tacky feel to it. It sinks in immediately. This almost, to me, does not feel it's not mattifying, it's not pore filling. It just feels kind of blurring, and it just kind of balances your skin. I feel I don't feel it's super really hydrating, and I don't feel it's super mattifying my skin down. So I like it. Like I said, it's very, very similar to me to the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Primer. So if you want to save a couple bucks on, this, I would go with this. Okay, so I'm going to stop babbling. We're going to get into this, and I'm going to show you guys, I'm talking with this in. I'm going to share with you guys what I feel about it and how I've been applying it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Combo Control. I just take a little bit, and I honestly feel primer is, I used to be such a skeptic on primer, but now I feel primer is key to my makeup and not breaking me out and just keeping my skin safe from foundation, because a lot of foundations can break me out or make my skin, like, look, I'm really red. It can get just really irritated. So I just find that really good primers are really important. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in a little bit so you can see a little better. So they also made this brush to kind of go along with the foundation. It's called the Luxe Performance Brush. And I'm gonna tell you right away, I much prefer a beauty blender with this foundation. It's more full coverage, it has more of a matte finish, and whenever I use something like that, I tend to like a beauty blender better to kind of blend it into my skin. Even satin finish, I always tend to use a beauty blender just because I have drier skin, I have fine lines and things like that, and I don't like it to ever settle into any of those. So I always just keep it safe and I use a beauty blender. I did try this twice with the foundation, and again, I just didn't like it. It just didn't work out for me, but I think this is going to be an awesome brush, like an awesome brush for lighter weight hydrating products like the BareMinerals Complexion Rescue, which is like my all-time favorite. Any kind of like tinted moisturizer, this is going to be amazing because the way it is shaped and the density of the brush is just like, it's going to be so easy to just kind of like blend it in and get in like every little corner around your nose and like in between here. So if you are interested in this brush, I definitely suggest it with more lighter weight products. For me, it just did not work out with this. So today we are going to use a dampened beauty sponge with this foundation. So how I use this, and it's really funny, and we'll talk as I go along here as I apply it. I used way too much at the beginning. Like the first time I used it with the brush, and I did like 3 pumps of foundation, and I was like, oh my gosh, it just settled right away. It looked really cakey. It was like kind of a hot mess, and I did not like it. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I applied it, I was like, no, like I will never wear this foundation ever again. Then the next time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use less foundation. I'm still gonna use a brush, but I'm gonna use like 1 pump of foundation, because I didn't realize like it is like full coverage, like you need 1 pump legit. And I did like it better. I just thought the next time I was like, you know what, the next time I'm going to use a dampened beauty blender, because I think that is going to just help so much. So that's what I did. That's what we're going to do today, and that's what I'm going to show you, because that is what works for me the best. So legit, I just put it on my finger. I legit take 1 full pump, and that is it. And then you can see how like full coverage it is. And then I just kind of spread it out on my skin here. This is how I always apply foundation. And like that is more than enough. Okay, so then I'll just take my dampened beauty sponge, and this is from Eco Tools, by the way. It's pretty good. I like it. And as you can see, I mean, it is like, it's very full coverage. You don't need a lot. Otherwise you'll look cakey. And no one wants to look cakey. I'm all about a natural, I love foundations that just make you look really flawless, but make it look like second skin. That is what I love the most. I don't like foundation that totally looks like foundation. Okay, so that is literally 1 pump of foundation. That is usually what I use. Sometimes I will take like a little half pump, not a full pump, and I'll kind of go over if I have more redness. Lately I've had a lot of redness and irritation because of my pregnancy. So it's just helped. I'll put a little bit more, but I might put a little bit more on my cheeks here. This is where I usually get really red and around my nose. So legit, like not even a half pump, just like a little dot, because that's like legit all you need, because it is so crazy. Okay, so this is about 1 pump and like a little, like not even a half pump, a little droplet of foundation. Like I think this is amazing. It seriously covers everything. You saw how red and kind of like blotchy my skin was before, and now it is completely evened out. And yeah, I just love the way it looks when you use less. I suggest a little bit goes a long way with this foundation. And I also really love the result with the beauty blender. I think it just really melts into the skin really nicely. It makes it look a little more natural. I'm gonna say this, if you use too much, it's gonna look really cakey. But I feel like that with a lot of full coverage foundations. So I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape for my concealer, and then I'll probably just go in with the rest of my makeup here, and I will be right back. This is what the foundation looks like with the rest of my makeup, and all I used was concealer, bronzer, blush, and I put a little bit of highlight on, and that is completely it. I did not go in with any powders, any setting powders, any like foundation-y powders on top. I completely just used this, and for me, I find that because I have drier skin that I don't need to set my face with this. Like I can completely go without setting my face with any kind of powder. I can apply my bronzer and blush and it just glides on so nicely because it is a matte finish. I just don't need setting powder, and to skip that step is so nice, especially during the summer here when my skin isn't as dry as it usually is during the fall or winter time, and my skin can get some oils that break through. You get sweaty, you're outside, you're exposed to the sun. I find that this lasts without completely setting it. Okay, so what do I think of this foundation? I absolutely love it. Now that I've kind of got it down, I think it is super amazing for that full coverage, long lasting look. It's exactly what it says it does. It's long lasting, it is completely full coverage, it does not look super cakey when you don't overuse it. And that's, I think, the key to this foundation. Less is more with this foundation. You do not need a lot on your skin. Just a little bit goes a very, very long way. It's super pigmented. It has that thin feeling, so it doesn't feel thick and cakey on your skin, and it lasts throughout the day. I'm not gonna do like a check-in later to like show you guys. If you want to follow me on my Instagram and Instagram stories, and I'll kind of check through here on the day how it lasts, but it lasts all day long. Like yesterday I wore it as well, and I applied it probably at like 9:30, 10, and I took it off at about 8:30 at night, and it kind of, actually it's kind of funny, my blush kind of faded, and some of my bronzer was kind of still there, and my highlight actually kind of faded away, and everything was there with my foundation. Like my foundation like did not budge, did not smudge at all. So I love it for that reason. It is so nice for a mom to have something that you can rely on, especially I feel like this is going to be a great foundation for like special occasions for me, because I'm the type of person, if you've seen my channel and you've seen the type of foundations that I usually like, I like very light coverage, lightweight foundations. I don't like cakiness. I don't like things that feel heavy on my skin that just kind of make me feel makeup-y. I don't like to look super makeup-y. But when I want something a little more full coverage, I want to look a little more flawless, a little more seamless, and I want it to last all day. Because usually when I wear something that's full coverage and a little bit more to it on my skin, if I want that flawless look, I want it to last. Like I don't want it to fade away in a couple hours. So I find that this does that for me. It's so nice that I can count on it. We're going to a baseball game in a couple weeks here, and this is going to be the perfect thing for that. I'm going to be outside, it's going to last, it's going to be full coverage, so I can look really nice for my husband, and I just love the way it lasts. So I definitely suggest it if you are in the market for something like this. I think if you are oily, if you are dry, if you are combo, I think this is going to work for you. I think it's going to be very nice. Like I said, don't overuse it, and you will love it. Just the last couple things, they have an amazing shade range. I believe there's like 30 shades for the range, so there's something for you there. I have found really good matches for myself, and I think you can find definitely a good match within their entire shade range. It's really nice that they came out right away with like a huge shade range for you guys, and it's also only $34. I think that's a great price point. BareMinerals is a company that I really, really love, and because of their price points. Their price points are, you know, they're a little above drugstore, but they're better quality, and they're not as high end as like some of these crazy brands that, you know, you're spending $60 on a foundation. So it's completely reasonable within budget. I really, really love this foundation. I definitely suggest it. Try it out. If you have tried it out, let me know down below. I believe it's on Ulta's website, BareMinerals website. I'll list it down below and link it for you guys in case you guys are interested in trying it out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and demo, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.